I'm Inspector Newcomen of the LAPD. Your one phone call is up. So what do you think about communication outside of this building? My boys in the basement are on standby if any of you get out of hand.
I never thought it would happen that way. The end of Hollywood's best doctor, dying in my arms. You see, I was a nobody, the daughter of an immigrant, and a slave to a dirty life on the streets. For a long time, I lived among trash, as trash, because that's all this town offered someone like me. Then, I met Henry. He said I deserved better. He believed I was a good person. He showed me a kindness that no one, not even Diana, could understand. He's the only person I've ever known who really believed that life is supposed to be good, that people are supposed to be truly good. His passion for goodness captured my heart forever. But in Hollywood, things are never what they seem. The truth is, Dr. Jekyll, he was and will always be the most wonderful man I've ever known. Mr. Hyde, well, he was the monster, and he had to be dealt with. You may not understand why I did what I did, but at least everything I've done has been for good. And now, to understand what I've done, let me take you back to the beginning.
Nobel Prize in biochemistry. You're going to want to get rid of this. Dr. Jekyll and Diana are romantically involved. Who knew? Scandal or true love? You be the judge. Hey, sir! Can you spare a nickel? Should I grab us some sun call today? You know, everyone's talking about this scientist like he's God or something. Who cares? All I care about is selling these papers and getting paid. You see, my family's not doing so well. My mom, she stays in bed most days. My sister, she's only 6. Anyway, just the other day, she was trampled on the road by a strange spot. Well, she says it's a monster. It's the green monster who stomped all over. Can you stop to see she's a bear now? Screaming all the way. Well, she said he cackled. We heard it, but it sounded more like a creaking door. Anyway, no one messes with my sister, so when I find it, I'm going to work out. He's not going to get away. So, anyway, sir, you can spare a nickel or two. Sure appreciate it. You know, the planet environment is brand new doll. She's gonna like it. You can head to the next corner. You want to give me a nickel? Hey, miss, you want paper? Extra! Extra! Read all about it! Dr. Jekyll isn't at home. He hasn't been all evening, but if you gentlemen would care, wait.
Should we wait, Utterson? I don't mind if you don't, Lanyon. I do need to see Henry.
Yeah. He's making the negatives who's receiving that award. I haven't seen since the party.
Then we'll wait, Pauline.
As you please, sir. May I bring you gentlemen some refreshment?
No, thank you, Pauline. How about you, Utterson?
Not for me, Pauline.
Very well, sir. As soon as Dr. Jekyll's in, I'll tell him that you're here.
Thank you, Pauline.
Everything's familiar. It's all in the same place. Just as it's been for 2 decades. I guess Jekyll was the type to redecorate.
Yes, this is one of those houses in which nothing seems to changed.
Yes, absolutely. So how long have you known him?
I've been his attorney for years. I know you two go way back. He's told me about some of your exploits during the UCLA days. You must be the oldest friend that Henry Jekyll has.
Yeah, Henry's a real pistol. But friends, like other things, change and pass through the years.
But you two, being medical men, must have a strong friendship.
We had, but for the past 2 or so years, our friends have been in the way.
Why? What happened?
We have different opinions on many subjects, especially science. And here he is, being commended, acknowledged for work in genetics. Well, I'm more of a geezer. Traditionalist, you might say, when it comes to our field. Well, we get the craziest arguments from Henry. He'd go me hard on a private dick. Henry. Well, he's fierce when it comes to defending his work. And lately, he's a completely different Jekyll than the one I used to know.
Perhaps that's what love does to one.
Love? Are you referring to Jekyll?
You mean to say you haven't heard?
Not a word. Who's the broad?
Miss Diana Carew, only daughter of Madame Delilah Carew. You know, of the Carew ship Newcomen. I wish they were clients of mine. The pockets go deep in that family. They are mega millionaires. Miss Diana's in the show, as you know. Talented girl.
You're not kidding, are you?
Certainly not. Do you know Madame Delilah and Miss Diana?
Why, yes, of course. Miss Diana is years older than Jekyll. I can hardly believe she take him seriously. Breaking into the movies that she has. Why, she'd have some fine looking options. Unless she's after a sugar daddy.
Well, evidently, she's as crazy about him as he is for her.
How long's it been going on?
Oh, 6 months or more, I should say.
What's the grift? This is a slap happens to the rest of Jekyll's behavior. But how do you know all this? Did Jekyll spill it?
Like yourself, I rarely see him anymore. But during the few meetings we have had, he's never mentioned any of it to me. But there's no secrecy about it. Everyone seems to know. Newspaper articles, press conferences, the red carpet. It's quite the buzz of Tinseltown. It's a wonder you hadn't heard.
No, I hadn't. I keep myself busy with work.
The first news I had of it was from my cousin, Richard Enfield. He had been paying serious and devoted attention to Miss Diana when Dr. Jekyll into the picture. From then on, Richard's case seemed hopeless. Miss Diana might as well have filled him with daylight. And, from what I've heard, those social encounters these days are quite a He's really heartbroken.
Well, how old is your cousin?
Richard's 25. He's a reporter for the Los Angeles Times.
And probably much more suitable for Miss Diana.
So Richard thinks, but evidently Miss Diana doesn't agree.
Well, in any case, I hope Miss Diana is able to restore Henry to the state of normalcy that was once his. When I first knew him, he was the most engaging young man I'd ever met. A brilliant doctor with an assured future. But suddenly, in 47, he developed a mania for experimenting with the most unusual drug formulas. Pure scientific balderdash.
What do you mean?
He started blending chemicals and tested them on live subjects.
No.
Seemingly for the purpose of foolhardy experimentation, to indulge the work of a fanciful imagination. The field he discussed with me had no practical value whatsoever. He seemed to have some fantasy that he could change the evil of people, remove bad intention, and create a race of purely good humans. Like I said, scientific balderdash.
A strange hobby for a scientist. It's a good thing that he's recently turned to genetics and left that other experimentation far behind.
True. His recent work is solid. But I fear some fantastical ideas about changing the world as we know it. Last year, it began to tell him physically. He's been long hours from that lab, without food or sleep. Pauline used to tell me how she begged to eat rest. But when he became engrossed with the experience, he was like a creature, possessed.
He's never told me about any of this.
He got so good and he was discussed with me. And when I confronted him on himself, he get very angry. So I backed down. Gradually, I saw less and less of him, though I continued to get interested in the sake of old times. Lately, he didn't mind a great deal, so I decided on an impulse to talk to him tonight and see how he's doing.
That's strange. I, too, have been concerned about it lately, and tonight I had that very same impulse.
And so we meet here, only for you to tell me that Jekyll has had love to agree with experiments.
That must be Henry now.
He wouldn't ring his own doorbell.
Yes, that's true. I wonder who it could be.
Excuse me, Mr. Utterson, there seems to be a gentleman in hallway to see you.
A gentleman to see me here.
Yes, a Mr. Richard Enfield.
My cousin I was telling you about. Happened to live in New Holly.
Yes, sir.
I wonder what brings Richard here.
Do you think you'd say Jekyll's home? Off limits. Indeed.